Okay, just to introduce myself, my name's Abdul Kalam Aziz. Aziz has given me the title of AV technician or technical director for this project, and we're here in a group discussion situation, and we have here Ijargo Griffiths, who's the neighbourhood investment officer for this area, and we have Aziz who will introduce himself as well. We have Malik Baysov and Mufizur Rahman as well. So first of all, if you can introduce yourself, Ijargo, and tell me a bit about yourself.
Certainly, my name is Ijargo Griffiths. I work for Lambeth Council. I got to know the Bangladeshi community 4 years ago now. At that time, the government, the central government, provided what was called the Future Jobs Fund. So this was a fund of money set up to support young graduates into work. And this matched Lambeth Council's commitment to support its young people in the borough into finding employment. And one of the key aims of this fund was to support community groups, and the Bangladeshi community was a classic example of this. So a small community-based organisation into allowing them to create employment opportunities. So working with the Bangladeshi community, we created 2 roles at that time, administrative roles in the organisation that allowed them to expand their service offer to the community. So these 2 roles allow them to reach out and do more and support various programmes and a wider level of engagement within the community than previously. The fund was, fantastic in allowing groups like this to do it, but one of the drawbacks was there was a high level of bureaucracy. There was lots of forms to fill in, lots of monitoring forms to be filled in on an almost monthly basis, and this level of monitoring was very heavy on a small group such as the Bangladeshi community. So I would then come in and support them in the evidence they had to provide back to justify the money that was being put in. And I really enjoyed this. It was a pleasure to come along and meet the organisation, to keep coming back and get to know them better and better. Always enjoyed wonderful hospitality, made to feel very welcome here. I've learned a huge amount about Bangladesh. I think I could do a degree in Bangladesh and its history and Sylheti culture now, but as a result of coming along to the group here. It's a very difficult time for small groups such as the Bangladeshi community. Obviously, since the last election, there's been major cuts to the public sector. That means organisations like Lambeth have really had to tighten the belt. It's harder for us then to support community groups. Having said that, it is still a key aspiration for us. We are what's now known as a cooperative council. We want to work in tandem and together with community groups. So we're still eager to keep close contact with them and support them any way we can. But as I say, the funding is very difficult to come by. So it's important to keep one's eyes open about what funds are available and also what opportunities there are. So, for example, in Lambeth, we're seeing lots of growth and developments in Waterloo and also in Vauxhall. For example, in Vauxhall, 16,000 new homes are coming online. We're really looking to develop Vauxhall into a district centre. So we need to think, well, as that unfolds over these coming years, what opportunities would there be for a group like the Bangladeshi community? Perhaps they can look at opportunity to open some kind of cafe or restaurant, capitalising on the skills that they have. So it's important to keep close contact with these groups and to be open and aware of what opportunities may come that would benefit them.
And you say about the Vauxhall area, does that include like up to the London Eye, Waterloo area? Is that what you're talking
yes,
about?
Yeah, we tend to, Waterloo obviously is a defined area in itself, and that takes in the Eye and the major development sites here, the station. We are keen to develop Waterloo. Bit more. It's already the highest. Already has the highest number of both private and public sector jobs in Lambeth, but we're keen to increase that further still. There's some major development opportunity sites here. So, for example, the Shell Centre, Elizabeth House near the station. We want to work on the station. Obviously, the station's fantastic. It brings people into the area, but it also acts as a barrier. It sort of prevents linkages through. We want to look at that. We want to try and revitalise Lower Marsh, just where we are now, and try and support the shopkeepers there. We want to enrich even further Waterloo as a destination. We want to make it what we could term a world-class place. So people come to it. When people come to London, they want to come to Waterloo to see, to walk along the South Bank, see the fantastic buildings, and experience the very vibrant culture that's here, whether that be in theatres or street theatres or street art. We really want to sort of increase that cultural offer. So moving down the riverbank, then we come to the Vauxhall area, which starts at Albert Embankment. There's major developments coming online along the embankment there. Some huge residential blocks are to be built. Keen to develop Vauxhall, as I mentioned earlier, into a district centre, make that somewhere where there are lots more cafes, restaurants, shops, businesses operating. In order to support, I say, the huge new population that will come online there, we're looking to increase the infrastructure, so we're going to, at the moment, there's a public inquiry on about the building of the new Northern Line extension. So that's a branch of the Northern Line that would run from Kennington, stopping at Wandsworth Road and terminating under Battersea Power Station. And the power station, obviously, is now being developed by a Malaysian-backed group. And that's going to see a huge number of new residential apartments, but also a very vibrant retail offer, very exciting retail offer there. Between the power station and Vauxhall, there's a lot more coming online there, more flats are coming online, but also very excitingly the new American Embassy and the new Dutch Embassy. So the identity of the area, the makeup there will change completely. It'll go from being a very post-industrial area to a highly residential area with very high number of tall buildings, and as I say, at its centre this fantastic American Embassy. So lots of exciting opportunities going on in Lambeth. We're keen to deliver these opportunities by working in close partnership with the private sector, with developers, and also on the other hand with the community groups as well. As a council, we're very aware that the strength of the borough is its diversity and its vibrancy, and the fact that we have got these really vital community groups. We want to celebrate that, and we want to make sure they're weaved into the new fabric of these new areas.
I was going to ask, you sort of mentioned up to the power station. So is that covering Wandsworth, and then there's also neighbouring Southwark, and then also Westminster? So do you work with these they're all like riverside areas as well? Does that interest you? Or are you working with those local boroughs as well?
Yes, partnership working is very important. So the Vauxhall 9 Elms area is a good example. So the what we call the opportunity area, the area to be developed, straddles Wandsworth and Lambeth. And Lambeth, we're very keen that our residents can access the job opportunities that will come online there. The aspiration is to create over 25,000 new jobs in that area of London. We're very, very keen that our residents are in a place to benefit. We've set up a joint coordination unit with Wandsworth, and that looks forward to see what jobs will be created. So the construction jobs obviously come first, as these new places are built, and then also the legacy jobs, the jobs that are there afterwards. So we look forward to see what those jobs are. And then we need to work out, well, what are the skills that are needed for them, and how can we ensure our residents are equipped with those skills in order to get those jobs. So, as I say, we set up this joint coordination unit to focus on that.
That's really interesting. There's lots of opportunities there. So I'll translate this into Bengali as well, so that way the Silesi-speaking community will be aware of what's going on, with what you're doing as well, and what you're contributing to the area. As I was going to ask, is there any questions you'd like to ask, or is something you'd like to add to the conversation?
I want to congratulate Ijargo for his help to us he gave us two staff. One of them is already employed, and one, I think she has got a job as well. So that future job fund was very helpful to us. We had two full-time staff, and they helped us to build our organization. And I hope Ijargo will continue to support us in future. Thank you, Ijargo. Thank you, Ijargo.
And Malik Besop, would you like to contribute something to the conversation as well?
No, I want to just thank Ijargo because he's anytime we phone him and he's come up to visit us and see us, advise us of anything we ask him. Thank you, Ijargo.
Okay, মুসলিম চাচা আপনারা কিছু কন্ট্রিবিউট কইলেন প্রজেক্টের মাঝে
Thank you very much for the Ijargo. তুমি আওয়ার পরে আমরা এখানে খুবই ভালো লাগছে এবং ভালো চলে গেছে। Thank you.
Okay, just to translate, Muhsin Sasa was saying that thank you and thank you for your contribution, Ijargo. We appreciate your help. Is there anything you wanted to finish up on, just to tie it up, or should we leave it like that?
It's a great pleasure to come and help the group here. I've very much enjoyed getting to know the group, learning about them, learning about Bangladeshi and Sylheti culture. It really is a fantastic group, and I wish the group all the best for the future.
Thank you very much, Ijargo, and thank you very much everyone else as well. My name is Abdul Aziz. I'll be translating this into Bengali as well, just after this section here.